Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to more Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails. It's gonna mess me up every time, isn't it? So, last time we left off, we began the game, and as our protagonist Nayuta found a weird giant rune that fell from the sky, strange small fairy girl, and embarked into the world of Terra to save it. Yeah, a lot happened. A lot happens at the beginning of these games, don't they? But, anyway, we have an Embryo hat. We have an Eevee hat redemption from Embryo here. So, let's get started on that. Attack of the Herschels. In fact, I'll give you an extra 15 minutes, Embryo. How about that? Go 30 minutes on Eevee. Okay, then... So, we've done Temple of Altapea, second way. The only thing, I'm missing one star here, because I couldn't break a tree. For whatever reason. So, let's move to the Temple Sanctum and see what happens. Also, I moved my webcam because I realized it was blocking my money total. Hopefully this is a better spot. We've made it to the top of the temple. We might find Zex insignia ahead. Let's hurry. Yeah, we'll get that Master Gear back. Gonna have to remember controls, and we're about to go into a boss, I can only assume. So... No one's here. Signal was ahead of us. I can't find Zex or the mask guy either. Where did they go? Oh! There's the altar. The Master Gear is still here. Wait, but why did they leave it behind? Didn't they need it? That's true. Anyway, we still have to retrieve the Master Gear to stop the anomaly. Let's grab it while Zex isn't here. What? No way, this is... Hi there. Twin Crags Duo Scurry?
The sacred statue? What's going on? Why is it out of control?
I don't know what's going on, but the altar's gone down too. I guess we don't have a choice. Let's go, Noi!
Yeah!
Okay. Ow. Okay, well this is kind of, awkward. Okay, well that works, I guess. Ow. Well, we're like halfway through the health bar. Is anything gonna change, though? Is the next question. Ow. Yes. Okay. Oh, hi there. Wait. It's getting out of hand. Now there's two of them. Okay. What in the dark fact? Actually, no, that's more east than anything. Well, it is east. Never mind. No, that was more like the boss of, East Origin. What is happening? Oh, that was trippy. Okay, get it. Okay. This hurts me. Okay, like 3 more hits? Ow. There we go. Well, that was, something. I think we managed somehow. Why did the sacred statue attack us? You said it before too, but just what is a sacred statue? It's a golem made by the people of Mythos to protect the temple. I'm pretty sure Zex made it go berserk. But I never thought we could beat a sacred statue. Is it because I was with Nayuta? I thought humans were just scary, but... No, is everything okay? No,
Looks like you guys are okay.
Signa? You followed me after all. I mean, I guess it is you we're talking about, but still. I'm so glad you're safe. Where have you been? I was so worried. I looked everywhere for you. My bad. Things happened. But you've gotten pretty strong, Nayuta. I watched you guys beat that big guy. And you were supporting him well, Noi. Huh? Did I? I'm super exhausted, though. As your big bro, I'm proud of you guys.
But this is as far as you go.
What? What's it? Zex and the Masked Bastard went to another continent with the other Master Gears. If you go after them, you'll run into even more danger. That's why, Nayuta, Noi, go home. I'll handle it from here. You can't tell me what to do. Why are you being like this, Signa? What happened? I know you met with Zex and that mask guy. Say something, Signa. How can I leave without you?
You still never listen to me. Well, take care, bud. These 5 years since I came to Remnant Isle have been pretty fun. I'll have to thank Master Orbis properly for taking me in.
What? Wait! Nayuta!
Why? Why, Signa?
have a weird theory, and it will only hold water if Signa dies at some point. Well, let's save. And continue to see what happens. Afterward, Nayuta and Noi retrieved the Master Gear from the altar. They then decided to return to the garden to try and find Signa. I'm glad we were able to get the Master Gear of Earth back. Nayuta. Sorry, it's just, Signa's never said something like that before. You've known him for a long time, huh? Have you been together forever? No, not that long. Signa only came to our island 5 years ago. My Swordmaster took him in when he heard he'd lost his memory. Really? Apparently, he found him washed up on the beach by accident. And that was right about the time I lost my parents. Eartha just started to work as a star fragment observer. And I just sat alone in front of the grave and looked out at the ocean. That was when Signa came up to me. Nothing interesting is gonna happen if you sit there all day, you know. Say, I came up with that idea while I was walking around the island. How do you feel about starting a handyman business with me? He never let his memory loss affect his positive mindset. I was always encouraged by that. Soon, we became inseparable. I see. I gotta say, I'm surprised you're asking me about my past. I guess you're starting to get used to humans? Not at all. Or, I mean, only a little bit. Alright, let's get back to the garden and look for Signa. Signa, what really happened? If Signa dies, I'm guessing it has some connection to Trails, but it's a reflection. Signa is Luna's reflection or something, but by that same Nayuta would be Joshua's reflection. I mean, I don't know, just from playing it, unless there's, like, something crazy that happens, I really don't see there being any connection here. I think it really is going to be, like, they have fun references, and that's about it. I mean, it'd be cool if there was a connection. It's no good. He doesn't seem to be over there, either. Nor here. Maybe he's not in the garden anymore. But don't you need to use this warp device to get to the other continents? I wonder if Signa could handle something like that. I haven't only connected to Altapea, but I don't see any trace that we passed each other. Maybe he found some other transportation device that I don't know about? Nayuta, can you wait here? I want to try something. Hey, Noi. She's gone. I don't mind waiting, but it's hard to keep still. I wonder if I can find any clues as to where Signa went. Did I say something when we parted?
Well, take care, bud. These 5 years since I came to Remnant Isle have been pretty fun. I'll have to thank Master Orbis properly for taking me in.
Right, Master Orbis. Given Signa's personality, it'd be impossible for him to leave without saying goodbye to Master Orbis. Maybe. I feel bad for Noi, but I need to get back to Remnant Isle at once. I might still be able to find some clues. Okay. Remnant Isle it is. I wonder if what's the other one here? So careful, you can hear her breathing faintly in her sleep, okay? If this girl had been awake, she might have seen Signa, but I should find out for myself. Okay, so I have to go through the gate, I guess. FBI, open up! Eartha! Nayuta! Eartha, have you seen Signa? What's the matter? You're in such a rush. Signa just stopped by our place a little while ago. I knew it. He was back on Remnant Isle. Do you have any idea where he went? Sorry, but I'm not too sure. But he did say something odd. Odd? He wanted you to know that he's taking a break from the handyman business and leave the rest to you. He seemed pretty serious and nothing at all like his usual self. It's weird, right? You two just reopened the business. I see. Thank you, Eartha. I'm gonna go look around some more. So we definitely came back to the village. I should try to visit Master Orbis' house on the beach. There might be a clue there. Nope, nothing in the mailbox. Lyra's going to come over today to learn how to cook. After we feed the sheep, we'll have to get ready. Sigma's acting a little strange, but I wonder what's wrong. He only came back recently. Huh? Signa, I just saw him. I think he was in a rush. Don't know what his problem is, though. He brushed me off when I tried to talk to him. Even if I bring it up to Father, there's nothing I can do about it. Sister. This is none of your business. Leave me alone. Okay. What I'm saying is, Kenny's been really harsh lately. She goes, kids need to be scolded properly when they need to be scolded. There's no question who wears the pants on the farm, huh? Doesn't Kenny come from a merchant family in St. Elsie? Yeah, and I guess that's what makes her so bullheaded, just like her father. But I guess that's what made me fall in love with her in the first. Wait a gosh darn minute. Don't be making me say stuff like this. It's okay, don't be shy. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with just how hard Eartha works. She's doing a great job at her age, taking over her mother's work. She said she picked it up just from watching her mother, but it's not an easy job. I heard she's real skilled too. You must be proud. I guess let's go up off to stop by for drinks. They've been friends for a long time, so I'm sure they have a lot to talk about. Maybe you'll stop by with Signa for a drink someday. Though I guess I would rather have you on this side of the counter. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. Oh, now, Yuta, wasn't Signa with you? Yeah, but we've kind of split up. You seem kind of down. Did you guys have a fight? I don't know. I don't really get it. Signa, why? Man, you guys are so much work. Look, you guys are 3 years apart to start with. Of course you're not going to understand each other completely. You just need to have a heart-to-heart. Why'd you get so quiet suddenly? It's nothing. I was just thinking how much that sounds like you. Thanks. I feel a bit better now. Oh, what are you even saying? I wonder what happened to Ursa. It wouldn't be the first time she acted out suddenly, but something seems odd. Up here. Man, that chef on the frying pan is like real loud. Let's see, 450 monies.
Welcome!
Can get a guide to fine cuisine. Hey Sasha, do you know anything about Signa? This letter's from my parents' home. How did they find out I was on this island? What's wrong, Sasha? You look upset. Oh, I was just thinking about something. But no, I haven't seen Signa. Sorry, Nayuta. I see. Thanks. Like little crumbs for side quests, maybe? Huh? Have I seen Signa? I did earlier. He looked kind of serious, though. Serious? I don't know. He didn't seem to be in the mood, so I didn't ask him to come and play. He went to the beach, but I haven't seen him since. I see. Thanks. Hey, Nayuta, what happened to Signa? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, he came on by and picked himself up a weapon. But he was all serious, and it made small talk a little awkward. I see. I wonder what happened to Signa.
Come on in!
Okay, so we... Alright, we can buy the leather guard.
Thanks!
Might as well, right?
See you next time!
I served in a war once when I was younger. Signa's expression is like those I saw during that time. The expression of a soldier going into battle. I mean, I'm watching Kali today. Oh, really? What a good girl. Of course, after all, I'm Kali's older sister. Look, Kali, Something sunk into the sea. What could it be? Bubba. That's right, it's a rune. I still remember when Signa used to give me piggyback rides. Or used to give Belle piggyback rides. Okay. I can't read. Signa dropped by earlier to ask if I could share some dried fish with him. I gave him plenty since I had some left over, and he said something about them lasting a long time. Are you two playing a survival game or something? I don't think so. There's a story passed down among us sailors about the Abyss disease. If you sail all the way across the ocean, you'll end up at the end of the world. And if you do, you'll catch a mysterious illness. Well, they also say the end of the world's just a big old storm. Captain, why would you talk about that right before we set sail? I heard the sea and sky both are pitch black and you can't even see the sun there. If you fall overboard, it's the end of the world, eh, Crux? Stop scaring me. I don't think I have anything. The professor has dabbled in many fields of study beyond human and natural history. His ideas may be bizarre, but they're interesting in their own right. It might be a good idea to stop by for a chat every now and then. Oh, a lot of people here now. I heard you moved your lab all the way to Remnant Isle, so I thought I'd take a peek. But just what in the world is this museum, Professor? How is this to contribute to the future of our empire? What do you mean, Mr. Baron? I'm a scholar only for my own academic curiosity. What? You can't say something like that. That's not something you can just laugh away. My husband came to meet his acquaintance on Remnant Isle, so I decided to tag along. But it's pathetic he can't even manipulate the man of that caliber. His noble rank is meaningless after all. I hope Mother will get along a little better with Father. If she has any concerns, she needs to tell Father directly. Anything good? Okay, no. I couldn't remember if I donated or not. Let's see, that's everything over here. I have some people believe the world is spherical? How do they come up with these things? If it was round, people on the bottom would just fall off. Actually, I don't think they're wrong. See, the horizon is a gentle curve. And that's constant no matter where you go in the world. The only possible explanation is... Okay, I get it. Boy, sometimes you say things I just don't understand. You definitely classify as a weirdo, Nayuda. Ouch. Once long ago, there was said to be a great flood. This disaster caused the land and the sea of Senecia to sink. Before the fall of runes formed an island, as if left behind by the great flood. That is how this came to be called Remnant Isle. Does that help? Signa just passed by outside. My father thought he was playing, but I've got a bad feeling for some reason. Maybe it's because it was my first time seeing Signa look so serious. Kitty. Yep. Gotta be inside. Hello? Are you there, Master? It's me, Nayuda. Looks like he's out. I feel bad, but I'll look around. I guess Signa's not even here. That's the sword Signa used to use. It's broken in half. What in the world happened? There's a letter. Thanks for everything. I appreciate you, Master. Goodbye, Signa. Signa, you really... I can't believe it either. That he left us only a piece of paper. Master, I found that letter when I returned from exterminating monsters, and I have been looking for him since. You know what's going on, don't you, Nayuda? That's... It's alright. I'm sure you have your reasons for not telling me. And perhaps it is just a whim. Don't worry about it too much. Master? This is not the first time he's left without saying anything. He may return like nothing happened. Don't take it too seriously. You're right. Signa wasn't on Remnant Isle after all. It's hard to imagine we could have missed each other in this tiny village. Maybe he'd already finished his business and left by the time we got to the garden? Speaking of, I left Noi behind. I didn't even tell her where I was going. I should head back quickly. Don't worry too much. This is the first time Signa's run away from home. In fact, I'm more surprised it's taken so long for him to do it again. My, how quickly time flies. We've already been together for 5 years. Okay, so I have to go... Is that you, Nayuta? Dr. Heidel, it's been a while. I see you came back to the island again this month. Yes, I've just arrived on a ferry boat. Even monthly, a half-day ride is quite a challenge. But I do enjoy how calm it is here. Well, I'm glad you're back. You've always been such a great help, coming all the way from your clinic in St. Elsie. I'm just doing my job. By the way, Nayuta, I heard you enrolled at an academy in St. Elsie. It must be your summer break now then, that right? Yeah, I'm back with Signa. I don't know what's going on, but you seem a little down. I'll be at this inn for a while. If you're not feeling well, make sure you come to me right away. Understood? Yeah. Alright. I'll see you later then.
Let go of me!
That voice!
Come on, stop squirming! Oh my, Lyra. Don't be so rough.
Noi! Why are you here?
Nayuta! Thank goodness! Help me! The humans found me! This demon girl is going to eat me! Why would I eat you? Wait. Is this fairy your friend, Nayuta?
Well... This is gonna be tough to explain.
And so, Noi is a real-life fairy from the ruins. If people find out about her, they'll freak out, so I've been keeping it a secret. Nayuta? Was it too obvious that I'm lying? Anyway, I understand most of what's going on. Lyra, why don't we stop prying into this for now? Are you sure? They're definitely hiding a lot more. It's okay. I'm sure Nayuta's doing it for Noi's sake. And besides, she doesn't seem like a bad girl. Huh? I mean, if Eartha says so, then I guess I'm fine with it. But, Nayuta, you didn't have to keep it a secret from me, did you? Sorry, I just couldn't find the right time to tell you. But Lyra, Eartha, can you please keep Noi a secret? Fine, I get it. And Noi, was it? Sorry, I yelled at you earlier. Oh, it's okay. Of course, I'll keep it a secret too. But Nayuta, make sure you don't make everyone worry too much. Exactly. You and Signa are too reckless. I won't help you if you get yourselves involved in stupid things and get hurt. Sorry, I'll make sure to be careful. Afterwards, at Eartha's suggestion, they decided to keep Noi at the Herschels whenever she visits Remnant Isle. Noi was hesitant, but even she couldn't refuse Eartha's polite invitation. Nayuta and Noi then decided to go back to Terra. I'm glad Eartha and Lyra understood. I couldn't tell them about Signa yet, though. Still, Noi, what brings you back to this world? Well, you know... I wanted to let you know that I finished preparing for that thing I was gonna try out. But then I realized you weren't here. Sorry, I left without letting you know. That must have been scary for you. No, it's okay. Besides, it seems like your sister and that girl were willing to keep me as a secret. Maybe humans aren't as scary as I thought. Huh? No, it's nothing. More importantly, let's go back to the garden, quickly. There's something I need to show you. Show me? Yeah, follow me. Nayuta's as nosy as ever. If it were a dog or cat, I'd understand, but now he's involved with a fairy? That's what makes him special. Laura, you'd better make your move now, or a fairy or an angel might take him. Come on, Eartha, you don't have to make fun of me. Do you have a cold, Eartha? It's okay to be passionate about your work, but don't push yourself too hard, okay? You're right. Don't worry, I don't have a fever or anything, so I'll get better soon. More importantly, I thought you were here to learn how to cook? Oh, you're right, I totally forgot. That sounds bad. Does Eartha have generic anime sickness that's going to kill her? Still nothing in the mailbox.
Shall I make a lunchbox?
Let's see. I don't know what the difference between the different one dish, luxury. The fact that you get experience from eating these, though, is kinda nuts.
Come by again when you're hungry.
Her cooking has improved quite a bit in the last 4 months. Does Eartha have the haircut of death? I don't think so. I think it's about time you give Nayuta a taste. Wait, Eartha, it's too early for that. No, she just has regular hair, it looks like. Let's see, I do this first and shred the cabbage and then... Say, Nayuta, you know that noise from earlier? I'm not sure what's going on, but make sure you tell me everything later. Well, sorry, but I have some reasons for why I can't tell you just yet. But I'll tell you properly when I have more time. Fine. By the way, isn't that girl waiting for you? Right, I've got to catch up with her. Okay, now what? This way. I'll be back later. I'm working off of Burger King Wi-Fi. Gotcha. Alrighty. Is this the gate to Heliograd? Give me a second. The most important machine in Terra is in here. If you use it, we might be able to find out where Signa is. Really? Then, can I go further? Alright, I'll give you special permission. Are you ready? Let's do it. It's a little dimly lit for being so big. So, where's that important machine? I think it'd be easier if I just showed you. Follow me to the back. Is this it? It looks interesting, but is this all? Just watch. We'll put the master gear in here, and... Is it just me, or is that a giant robot? The astrolabe. There we go. Some of the functionality is back. What? What is this? It's the astrolabe. It's a machine that manages the nature and ecosystems of Terra. Manages the ecosystems? I'm a little overwhelmed. Something came out. Let's start by returning Altapea's climate back to its original state. Alright, I think we stopped the anomaly in Altapea. But it looks like the temple's star energy can't be restored. It doesn't seem to affect anything, so it should be fine for now. Wow. Next, I'll see if I can't locate Signa and Zext. I got a hit. It's coming from the northwestern continent of Rizweld. Maybe Signa really is chasing after Zext. This is an incredible noise. It's more amazing than anything I've ever seen. Surprise, this is the Astrolabe, the most important machine the people of Mythos created. That's the name of the group that the girl Kreia belongs to, right? They must have had extraordinary technology to build something like this. Even then, how can that explain changing the climate and tracking someone's whereabouts? Is something like this even possible? Well, in a nutshell, it's because of star energy. That's what gave the temple that glow, right? Basically, star energy is a source of life, but it's not just in living things. You can find it in the water, wind, and ground, too. It makes up everything in the world. Everything in the world. The Astrolabe works with it to do some of the things you've already seen, like manipulating the climate and study of life on the continents. Oh, sorry, this is probably too hard to understand, huh? No, I think I get it. It's similar to the concept of atoms that I read about once in an old book. Yuta, I mean, I already knew it, but you really are a bizarre human. Huh? Never mind. Anyway, if we continue getting the Master Gears, we should be able to stop this anomaly. Then let's get going to Rizweld. Wait, before that, wasn't Geo captured in Altapea? Yeah, oh, we might be able to rescue him now that we turned the climate back. Then Geo can lend us a hand. Okay then, let's head to the warp device. We should think about where we want to go first. You now have access to Rizweld, the Chasm of the Deep. That's just a giant robot back there. Oh, good, we have more quests. Huh? No, you came with me? Yeah. You know, I did promise Eartha, so I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to stop by her home. I see. Should I show you around then? I can introduce you to Eartha again, too. No, I'm fine on my own. Now that I know Eartha and Lyra are good people, I want to try talking to them. That way, I feel like I can find out what kind of species humans really are. I wonder why Noi seems to be afraid of humans. I don't think there are any other humans around. Well then, I'm off. And don't worry, when you want to go back to Terra, I'll come right along with you. Thanks. Have fun with Eartha and the others. I'll try. Supreme Fine Wine. I'm thinking about making wine out of fruit again this year. If you're interested in helping out, I'll be at the workshop. If it's about Noi, you can leave it to me. I can hide her in my room whenever we have guests over, so I'm sure it'll be fine. People make a big deal about her being a fairy. Exactly. Anyway, thanks for taking care of her, Eartha. You know, I say, oh. It's so good. What's this? It's so sweet, it's like nectar spreading in my mouth. I'm glad you like it. There's plenty more, so don't be shy. Okay. Nothing phases Eartha, does it? Eartha's amazing. I guess I don't have to worry about them. A fairy, huh? I still can't believe it, but... Alright, Nayuta. Even if she can be annoying, I'll admit that she's tiny and cute. True, but she gives it her all no matter what she's doing. Watching Noi motivates me to work harder, too. Nayuta, don't tell me you... for this girl? Huh? What? Never mind. Okay, workshop was it? Actually, let's... let me go over here. Nope, not this one. There we are. Alright, gotta put today's schedule together. What? I can't make the patients wait too long. Is something wrong, Dr. Heidel? Oh, hello, Nayuta. No, I'm just working out my schedule. And I still have some medical records to sort through, but I can't keep my patients waiting. It's been so hectic lately, I should have been more prepared. You seem quite busy. There's nobody else that provides medicine on the island, so we're grateful. It's a little embarrassing to hear you say so, to my face. Oops, I'm in a rush. I've got more to do after my rounds. I've got to finish before nightfall. I'll be around for a while, so feel free to come by if you need anything, Nayuta. You seem especially busy today. I should do my part as a handyman. If you don't mind, Dr. Heidel, I'd love to help. Of course, only if it's something I can do. Really? That'd be great. You're as reliable as ever. Could I take you up on that offer right now? Of course. You've grown so much, Nayuta. We're lucky the handymen are back in business. I'm getting off topic here. Basically, I need help reaching out to the people who need a checkup. Reach out? It's nothing difficult. There are only a few people I need to check on since their last examination. Could you ask them to come here later? Sure, that's easy. Alright, I'm counting on you then. There are only a few patients. Please speak with Janice at the chief's house, Karina the fisher, and the farmer's son Booty. They then come and report back to me. Sounds good. I'm off then. Alright. Oh, Nayuta, what can I do for you? Nayuta told her that Dr. Heidel wanted her to come and see me. Or see him. Is that so? Thanks for letting me know. Is something wrong with your health, Auntie? No, I'm in perfect health. This is between you and me, but I'm actually doing this for my father. For the village chief? My father needs regular medication for his chronic pain, but he's worried about how he looks and doesn't want people to see him going. That's why, unless he really needs a doctor, I pick up his medicine for him. I see. You sure got a lot on your plate, Auntie. I'm used to it, though. Anyway, thanks for letting me know. I'll make sure to stop by later. Let's see, was the fisherman's... or fisherwoman, I guess? What is it, Nayuta? Nayuta told her that Dr. Heidel wanted her to come for a checkup. Oh, the doctor's here? Thanks for letting me know. He did say he wanted to check in on my progress after I had Kali. Progress? You mean Dr. Heidel handled the birth? Yeah, he did. He gave me a lot of advice while I was pregnant, too. While doing the test, we discovered I was going to have a difficult delivery. So Dr. Heidel called a larger clinic to make sure we were fully prepared. It was thanks to him delivering Kali... wasn't so bad. Wow, I didn't know. Janice, who was going to be the midwife, seemed a little disappointed, though. Anyway, that's why I've been seeing him. Still, even after Kali's birth. The doctor really is amazing. Could you please let him know I'll be there later? Will do. Alright, just Booty left, but I haven't seen him. Maybe he's at home? Let's head there. I thought he was over here. Of course he moved for the quest. What is it, Nayuta? Is Booty home yet? No, he's still out and about. I'm sure he'll be back soon. Did you need something? Well, actually, Nayuta explained that Dr. Heidel wants Booty to come in for a checkup. Ah, I see. Well, could be that boy's hiding. Hiding? Why would he do that? Booty had a cold the last time Dr. Heidel stopped by. He got some real bitter medicine and hasn't really gotten over it since. It's his fault for sleeping belly up, or belly out in the first place. He must be out there thinking he's gonna get that medicine again. I see. Do you have any idea where he might have run off to? Sasha from the general store might know, actually. Booty heads there all the time to see that fancy star fragment. There's a good chance he ran to Sasha for help. I'll try looking for him there, then. Thanks, Auntie Kenny. What's wrong, Nayuta? Actually, do you happen to know where Booty is? Huh? Booty, afraid not. Huh? But according to Auntie Kenny, he should be here. Something else you want to ask me? You really don't know where Booty is, right? I already told you I'm sorry, but I just don't know. She answered that awfully quick. Sasha, you really, really don't know where Booty is, right? Come on, stop being so skeptical. I don't like persistent boys. La 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 la. She's really suspicious. Sasha? Yeah. Dr. Heddle asked me to look for Booty. He needs to go in for his checkup. What? A checkup? Not hide-and-seek? Booty, you told me it was hide-and-seek. Hey, you're not allowed to say that. Oops. So he was hiding under the counter. Man, you found me. Sorry, Nayuta. He asked me to help him play hide-and-seek. Come on, Booty. You shouldn't lie to me. Checkups are important, so make sure you see Dr. Heidel, okay? Sorry. I think Sasha might have enjoyed hide-and-seek a little too much. Fine, I just have to see Dr. Heidel later, right? But I don't want to. He's gonna make you take that bitter medicine again. I don't think so. He just wants to check in your progress. Just a regular old checkup. Really? Lucky you, Booty. Really, really? You promise? Because if you're lying, I'll never forgive you. Okay, jeez. Alright, I think that's everyone. Time to report back to Dr. Heidel. I see. Sounds like you've let everybody know. Thanks, Nayuta. You've been a great help. It's not much, but would you accept this? An acquaintance gave it to me saying it was excavated from a rune site. Received a flying machine model. Wow, it sure is an interesting model. Are you sure I can take it? Of course, it's just a small token of my appreciation. Feel free to do what you want with it. Thank you. By the way, Nayuta, it's been a while since you've returned to the island. How are things back home? I see you and your sister still get along well. Yeah, I'm surprised at how little has changed. Our sheep are doing well, and Eartha's working hard. I almost can't believe I was gone for 4 months. I see. Well, anyway, thank you for helping me with my work. If you're ever feeling unwell, be sure to come and see me. I'll examine you right away. Sounds good. Thanks, Dr. Heidel. I really appreciate all the help you've been giving me with my work. I'll be stick around for a little while, so be sure to come by if you're ever sick. I'll examine you right away. Okay, here's the question. Where's the next Mishi at? Is it still over in the one corner? I'm assuming it's not. Seems like there's a background Mishi, like, all the time now. Yeah, there's one over here. So I just remembered that, like, what if there's an achievement for finding it? I can only imagine it's gonna get harder and harder to find over the course of the game, too. Yeah, it was there once. I'm assuming it's only ever gonna be outside. Actually, what did I just get? Collectible. Okay, so that probably goes to the museum. This cup can be... okay. Interesting. Okay, I wonder if they can appear, go over here. There's a passage in the old myths, or in an old myth that goes something like this. Once in the days of Genesis, there was only one moon in the sky. Humans and God lived together. One moon? I've never heard of such a story. This is just a myth, a forgotten fairy tale. It is up to you to believe it or not. What a strange person. If only we had a kennel, we could keep her at our house. Here it is again. Miss Shishi. There we go. Now what did I need to do? Let's see. Be at the workshop. Signal looks so... Oh, right. To do that. What's up, Nayuta? Welcome! Hi, Ada. So, for your request, you wanted to make wine or something? Yep. I always start fermenting fruit around this time of year. I thought maybe you could help me this time around. What do you think? Sure. Sure, can you tell me more about the job? Of course. Basically, I just need some fruit I can use to make wine. Fruit, huh? I'm not familiar with the process, but they use things like plums, apples, and apricots, right? Well, those are the popular choices, I guess. But you soak fruits like that in sugar and brandy, and let them sit for 6 to 12 months. And that's all it takes to make some delicious fruit wine. Okay. But I don't just want any fruits this time. I want you to find me something I've never made into wine before. And it's gotta be delicious, too. I see. You know, I've got to try something different every once in a while. I figure you know a lot about plants and stuff, and have been all over, so maybe you have some ideas? What do you think? Want to give it a try? Sure. I'm not an expert on wine, but I'll give it my best. A rare fruit, huh? I don't have any ideas yet. But someone at the tavern and inn might. I'll start by collecting information. Don't I have, like, rare fruits and stuff? The 1,000-year plum and... Guess not. There we are. Hello, Naida. What can I help you with? Well, you see, Naida explained that he's looking for a fruit to make fruit wine with. Something you can put in alcohol, huh? I have an idea, and I've even got something with me right now. Really? Yeah, I bought it on a recent voyage. It's called a Century Peach, and is quite rare. It only grows on an uninhabited island in the northern part of the Sea of Ciencia. It's very sweet and is said to bring eternal youth and longevity. If you pickle it, I'm sure you can make a very delicious fruit wine. Wow, that sounds perfect. Unfortunately, they're out of season. I was only able to buy some saplings. Growing trees isn't exactly my specialty, so if you like, I can share one with you, Nayuta. Century Peach sapling. Thank you so much. The sapling should be planted in the spring and bear fruit during the summer seasons. If you're interested, why not try growing one? I don't think Ada's gonna want to wait for a sapling to grow. Wait a minute. We can control the climate and seasons in Terra. We might be able to grow the sapling right away. Let's find a suitable place to grow the sapling in the land of verdant grows during the springtime. That's not how that works, Nayuta. I mean, I'm sure it does, I guess, but that's not how that works. I have to run up here every time. Okay. Maybe we have to go and... Summer has been unlocked for Altapea, the land of verdant groves. If your astral orb regains power, you can use it to control the seasons of continents that have been fitted with the corresponding master gear. Open the control screen by pressing... Yep. You can control the continent seasons on the world map. Hold Y and press the directional buttons to switch the continent seasons. When you change the seasons, the monsters and items that appear will change drastically. Watch out because powerful enemies might show up. Wait. Oh, interesting. So you're saying... They're in under 3 minutes? Okay. I should do this. The view's changed completely. I can't believe we're in the same place as before. The sun's beaming and the force is lush with life. That's the power of the astrolabe. The terrain should have changed too, so we'll have to be careful. They're within 3 minutes, wasn't it? Okay. That's annoying. Okay, we can't go through that way now. I see. I have to clear this within 3 minutes for our... Can I not do this right now? Okay, now I'm, like, actually stuck. What? Oh. Now I just have to jump really fast. Okay. Don't know what that means. I feel like I'm gonna unlock more stuff. What the heck? Okay, it doesn't look like I can do that. Looks like I'm just missing stuff. Like gear and whatnot that I might be able to help me with this. Yeah, we can't cut through those, okay. I got solar beams. Again. Alright, okay, can't break through that now. Oh, that's a lot of guys. Okay. There we go. Oh, the pet where Gio's imprisoned is now open. The cage that Zex guy built is pretty sophisticated. I can't believe he would make something like this. Gio, are you okay? We're here to rescue you. Ah, Noe the human child. I've been waiting for you. Thank you for restoring the climate to its original state. The ward's really gotten weaker. Can I ask for you for one more favor, lad? Could you break these stones? Stones? Seems to me those stones are the ones doing the warding. Can't do much any old thing from in here, so I could really use the help from your side. I think they absorb magic. Can I count on you for this now, Yuta? Of course. That'll do it. Now, if you would please step back. Yes. That's not the design I thought they were going to go with.
At last, I can breathe some fresh air. Being in there did a real number on my back.
I'm so glad you're out, Gio!
So you're Gio. I thought he'd be older.
Indeed, I am Lichness Gio, the administrator of Altapea. You must be the human child. Thank you for releasing me from that cage. Oh? I had thought there were 2 children of Earth. Where did the other one go?
Well...
If you don't mind, I'd like to know what I've missed.
Have you seen Cygnus since then, Gio? No such luck. But if I had to guess, the astrolabe will probably tell you he's in Rizweld. By the way, Noe, the man who imprisoned me, the one called Zext. Do you think he can be the same person as Sir Zext? Well, Sir Zext, what do you mean? There was another Zext a long time ago, when I wasn't so old. And he was the leader of the ones who recreated Terra, the people of Mythos. Though I heard he had passed away back then. Mythos, wasn't that Krea's group? Why didn't you tell me, Noe? Because it can't be true. Lady Krea did tell me about Sir Zex a long time ago. But there's no way that guy who put Terra in danger is the real him. I didn't want you to think him and Lady Kreia were even remotely alike. I see. Seems to me a direct approach is our best bet finding out just who this fella really is. By the way, his power's the real deal. You might find it a little too tough to try to face him as you are now. Guess I got no choice. I'll entrust you with my power. Power? Come on over, Noi. Noi learned Gearbuster. Gearbuster is a skill that unleashes a powerful attack to break hard objects. What is this power? I feel overflowing. Well, we administrators were given various powers and Lady Kreia and the others put us together. I'm prepared for what was to come. On account of Terra being in danger and all, I suppose that time is now. Please put it to good use. Thank you, Geo. And you, lad, now you know was it? It was no coincidence that brought you to Terra. I don't reckon it'll be an easy road, but I still have to ask that you do what you can to help Noi. I will. Oh, I love that expression. As for me, I'll be back at the temple where I belong. If you need a hand, don't be afraid to give old Geo a visit. I look forward to seeing you both if the time comes. Well, I guess Geo's fine now. Should we continue on to Rizweld? Yeah, we have to find Signa and Zext. I just know this power Geo gave me will come in handy. Activate Gearbuster by pressing and holding B. Gearbuster will be activate. A spinning attack by Noi herself. Continue pressing B to use it consecutively, which is effective against tough enemies that normal attacks won't work against. Gauge consumption. Using Gearcraft consumes the craft gauge. Okay. The craft gauge recovers over time, but when depleted, you have to wait for it to fill up. Okay, well, we'll get through here. Yeah, it took me 5 minutes, okay.
I have to work harder.
Okay, so... if that's the case, then why is there's an event here? Let's go back to here, though. Interesting. So those still block me. So what's the next goal, like 25? Isn't it like 2,500 for like the next weapon upgrade? Come on. 71 chain now. We get anything for hitting 100? Wow, you're so please. Thank you. Oh, never mind. We're not gonna hit it. I really wonder if we get anything for hitting 100. I only get 3 stars here. And that is a star fragment sea blue. Never mind.
Way to go!
There we go. Finally. Okay. There's... Does that letter just mean, Oh, you know what? I bet you we have to go here. Yeah, but if we have to go here, then, like, plant the tree there, somewhere in here, and then come back here for the other one. The question is, where do we plant the tree? I'm not seeing anywhere obvious. Or do I remember anywhere obvious? Ah, here we are. The soil seems to be of pretty good quality. Maybe we can grow the century peach here? What's up, Nayuta? Do you think I could try planting a sapling here? Sure, I don't think it'll be a problem. But what's the point? You'll see. Nayuta planted a century peach sapling. Let's come back after changing the season of the continent to summer. Here's a question. Do I have to... No, I can just come here and leave, it looks like. Wait, isn't the ending, like, right over here, though? Yeah. Stage clear.
Way to go!
Why do I get the feeling like there's gonna be a lot to this? Yeah, like... I might even have to come back here after getting some better... Oh, you're big. You're a lot bigger now. Okay, actually, what is my, build a chain greater than 30. Okay, that's... should be doable. No, no. Okay, I had a 31 at one point side. What the heck? Okay. I don't like any of that. Level up. How do I kill you? So far, we're doing good on the crystals. And that has a anklet. Which booby what? Let's resist paralyt. Sure. I've definitely built up a 30 plus chain. You guys are like annoying. And I can't kill you, which is even more annoying. Well, that happened. Look at all those yummy-looking fruits! Just as I thought. Obtained Century Peach Sapling. Did you plant the sapling in the spring to make these fruits? Yeah, I thought I could use the astrolabe to help stimulate the plant to grow. Wow, you're using the astrolabe so well. Not bad for a human. I don't know that. That's how it's supposed to be used, though. Alright, let's hurry and take these fruits to Ada. We have paralysis on our attacks now, because of that anklet. Ow. Okay, so we have all the items, we built up a chain greater than 30, and I think that's everything? Let's see. Don't take more damage more than 10 times. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Yeah, no, these ones are a lot more difficult. Okay. Oh, and they put the spikes here, of course. Okay. Oh, nope. Okay. Ow. There's one damage. Hurry. What? Oh, that's very quick. I see. What was the point of that, though? Wait, was I supposed to... Okay, still, I think I've only taken 1 point of damage. These spikes are rude. Is it to reach a high spot up right here, or...? That was the first one. Cool. I'm doing good on monies now, so that's cool. What's that? I feel like I am error. Nope. Okay. That's 2, that's 3. That's 4, I think. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 9. I'm at 9. 10. Oh, nope, we're done. Okay. Well, that sucked. But... Familiar claims Summer Earth Cyclone. He's doing so well, too. Damn. I'm gonna have to redo this stage. Now, at least we got the thing back, so that's whatever, I guess. And that's fruitful soil. Whatever that is. What was up here then? Still only have 1 crystal, really. This is the way to go. This is this looks like the way to go, so let's... I knew there was gonna be a... like, challenge thing for not taking damage. At some point, it just made sense. That's a spring? Okay, that should be our second one, okay? What about chests? Wait, looks like we've gotten every chest. I just really want to learn more sword arts. I think that'll be, that's gonna be fun. Make the combat a little more, okay. What's down here? That should be our last crystal. This whole area is like designed to hurt you. Fun. In a map that has like don't get hurt. Okay, well. We can still learn another one. Let's see, so we can get 3 more stars. Do I go for these last ones for now? I see why this game's gonna be so long. One. Two. There we go. I think I only got hit twice there.
Way to go!
Okay, so these go by pretty quickly then. Alright, so we do this one. Probably gonna have to do it twice. Ow. Yeah, like this I would never. In fact, I don't even think I can do this yet. I guess we'll just get the done in 3 minutes then. Why did I do that? At least attempt we're done in 3 minutes. Did we do it? Oh yeah.
There you go!
So I'll have to do it one more time just to get the last stars, but other than that, I think that's everything we can do. Let's go learn a couple sword skill. Actually, let's go turn our quest in first. Hey, Nuda, any luck on the fruit? Yep, I've got it right here. Nuda handed over the Century Peach. Is this a peach? I don't think I've ever seen this kind before. It's a rare peach that only grows on a desert island. They say it gives you eternal youth and longevity in addition to being delicious. Wow, I didn't know there was a peach like that. You've got a pretty cool fruit, Nuda. That's good to hear. Mission accomplished. Oh yeah, I'm really satisfied. Here, this is for you. Obtained 600 Mira. Thanks. Now let's get right to it. I'll try making wine out of this peach. I'll share it when it's ready, so look forward to it. I'm still a minor. Eartha might be able to use it for cooking, though. It'll be about a year until it's ready to drink. Ah, I can't wait. I don't think she's listening, but at least she's happy. I do have enough.
Come on in!
I could actually buy the Legion knife.
See you next time!
No, I want to, but I think there's something else we should buy.
Welcome! Thanks for your purchase. Come again!
Speaking of, I bought a doghouse at the general store, didn't I? With this, I can give her a place of shelter from the wind and rain. Hey, would you like to come to my home? Woof woof. I see. Alright, I'll go talk to Eartha now then. Naida returned home to talk to Eartha about the stray dog. Eartha was surprised, but upon hearing about the situation, she agreed to take the dog in. Alright, the shed's all set up. Now we just need a name for her. Do you have any ideas? What about Nora? Oh, not bad. Nice to meet you, Nora. Woof, woof, woof. Huh? I think she's holding something in her mouth. Is this for me? Woof. Well, I guess I'll take it if you're offering. Don't do cicada. Robust cicada. Mosquito. Woof, woof. Huh? It seems like she wants something. Speaking of which, I think I got something that Nora might like. Why not give this to her? Got the chewy bone. The cicada, moon jelly. Are you giving me this? Thanks. I'm glad you liked it. Let's play again next time, too. Okay. Wait, there's more quests. What? Searching for island specialties. Waiting at the back of the temple on Altapea. go turn in our collectibles.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, hon.
I've received glasses. Is that for... Sure. Yeah, we just got a lot of money. Okay. I guess I can buy the new weapon.
Come on in.
Should a Knight 30 upgrade? Sure.
Take good care of it. See you next time.
Then we can go and learn 2 new sword skills.
Yeah.
I see you've overcome quite a number of trials.
Then I will teach you a new sword technique. Let us get started. Are you ready to train? Yeah, I'm ready. Learn the sword technique, downward thrust. Press, let's see. Press B while falling after a 2-step jump to activate this high damage technique. I did it. Looks like you managed to pick it up. Put that technique to good use. Thank you, Master. So it's gonna be... That'll teach you something new. Let's get started. Yep. Okay. In knowledge of one-handed swords, 1. Can hit up to 5 times. Okay. Not bad. Every time you train, you will reach new horizons. Maintain your diligence. Thank you, Master.
Be sure to keep up with your training.
Okay, so we have like a combo finisher now. Gotcha. Reclaim your name and retrieve tomorrow within your hands. Falling inside the trap that drove you to it. I don't know why. You might... A short circuit fails you. You can only see the past. Yearning for something more than what's called, answering back, take it back with your hands. Then you used to have listening, feeling, remembering. I was bored, recognize it? I do not. Okay. It's kind of a weird timing, isn't it? Oh no, it takes power meter, I guess? Does it? Wait. No. No, it doesn't. English opening, cold steel 4. Oh, okay. Why? Okay, so it is like peak of jump. And sure. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually seen the lyrics to Cold Steel 4's opening. Okay, let's go to Terra. We need to go here. Hi. Oh, that's a lot of stairs. Whether or not that Zex is the same man as the old Chief of Mythos in Creative Terra, I just don't know. But take it from me, his strength and the control he has over the Master Gear are undeniable. If he really is a threat to Terra, then I suppose I can't just sit by. I'm sure I'll need your help again, Naina. It'll be my pleasure. By the way, I've been wondering, what are those things flying around? Those are Geo spirits. Yep, those little fellows are made by the Continent Star Energy. They don't have much to say, but I can always count on these hard-working spirits. I see. This really is a strange world. Aha! I've been awaiting your return, Nayuta and Noi. Have you come about my request? Yeah, though I was honestly kind of surprised. I didn't expect to find a letter from you in our mailbox. Wait, you sent a letter to Nayuta's house? Indeed. I've been looking for a place closely related to Nayuta. It was easy for someone like me to sneak a letter into his home with some teleportation. Hope it didn't scare you too much. No, it's fine. So, what was your request? Then let me get right into it. Do you have other plans? I'm not trying to force anything on you, lad. Sure. I'm free. What do you need? I owe you one. See, I've been intrigued by our world ever since we met. Won't you help me to broaden my horizons? You mean the human world? We administrators have always thought of humans as having little wisdom. I didn't have much of an interest in you myself, but watching you guys, I got to wondering, how did Noi, who despises human, come to trust you, Nayuta? I do not. I mean, sure, maybe I've been thinking humans aren't as bad as I thought. I'm sure you're right. And I want to find out for myself. I think I understand. Also, thank you for the gift sub. I didn't say that earlier. And you gave it to my friend Luke, actually. It was just kind of funny. What do you want me to do? Don't tell me you want to come to our world. It hasn't been that long since Zex took over the old temple. It wouldn't be becoming of me as administrator of Altapea to just abandon my duties. So I want you to bring me some of your hometown specialties instead. Okay, I was checking something, and I was gonna have you go to hard difficulty, but the question is, do you like your achievements? I mean, I like achievements, yes. Specialties? You mean like food? I see. By examining the food of our island, you can learn about our culture and lives. That's it exactly. A local dish or a native fruit is fine. Anything will work. I'll leave it up to you. Collect 3 and bring them to me. That's pretty vague. Geo tends to be like that. What's wrong, lad? Got fluff in your ears? No, I heard you. I just have to find 3 of Ronin Isle specialties, right? Yes, thanks for the help, old chap. I can't just fly about there, so... Good luck, Nayuta! I'll try my best. I don't think I've ever thought about what Ronin Isle specialties are. I guess I could ask the village chief about it first. Searching for island specialties started? Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be like a long-term thing. Guess not. See, at least on PlayStation it turns off achievements if you change it. Oh, really? That's weird. Once, long ago, there was said to be a great flood. Are you looking for something, Nayuta? Actually, there's something I'd like to ask you. What do you think is a specialty of our island? Well, that's unexpected. Are you working on a summer assignment? Something like that. I can't exactly tell if someone asked me from another world. I see. Well, good for you for being so studious. The first thing that comes to mind, I guess, would be dried seafood. Dried seafood, huh? It's true, I have seen it being made around the village. Nowadays, Ronin Isle is mostly self-sufficient when it comes to fishing and farming. But in the past, fishing was especially important due to our sea's abundance. In those days, people started making dried fish so that the large hauls wouldn't go to waste. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yes. You know what? How about I share some dried fish with you? I've always got some in my pantry for a snack. Dried squid. Wow, thank you so much. Are there any other Remnant Isle specialties? Of course. There's the ruins rock salt crystals that can be found at our beaches. They're a natural product from when seawater evaporates in the nearby ruins. You might be able to find one if you search the seaside ruins patiently. I see. I'll give it a try. And there's another local dish that's been around for a long time. I forgot the name of it, though. I think it was a specialty of someone in this village. Not to cook Raz or your sister Eartha, though. I think it was someone who doesn't usually cook. I might have to ask around about this one. Yes, I think that's all I can help you with. Make sure you work hard and do well on your assignment. Sure, I will. Ruins, rock salt, and some local dish, huh? Let's see what we can find. Let's see. Are you sure if you want to change... If you change the difficulty, you will not unlock achievements related to the difficulty. So, that's like hard mode and whatnot, I'm assuming. Like, if I changed... I won't... If I beat the rest of the game from here on hard mode, I wouldn't get the beat the game on hard mode difficulty. Or if I had to change it to normal difficulty from hard mode, I wouldn't. I think that's how it works. I don't mean to be rude, but Uncle Columba doesn't seem like the type to cook. Could the one who's good at cooking local food be... We're not gonna do it then? Alrighty. What is that, Eartha? Did you want to talk to me? There's something I want to ask you. Do you know much about our island's local cuisine? Local cuisine? You mean, like the Io Loco Moco? Wow, it really was Uncle Columba. Well, I'm actually looking for our island specialties right now. What kind of dish is Io Loco Moco exactly? It's white rice topped with a hamburger, a fried egg, and local vegetables. It was pretty popular back in the day. Young guys on the island have it for lunch since it's so filling. I can make you one if you want. Oh, please, thanks. My friend wants to try it, so can you put it in a box? Sure, give me a moment. Did my mans just use the forge to make food? Here you go. Io Loco Moco. White rice topped with molten iron, gold, and mithril. Wow, it smells delicious. I might steal some before I give it to Geo. Glad to hear it. I make it for Ada on occasion, but she always wants it modified. What you've got now is the result of many tweaks to the recipe, so I guess it was worth the struggle. Oh, you don't say. Well, in any event, thank you. All that's left now is the rune rock salt that the village chief mentioned. It seems like it can be found near the ruins by the sea, so I guess I'll take a look. Is the Mishi still down here? Yep. It's like... I think it'd be, like, obvious. Guess not, though. I realize Mishi's a multi-dimensional threat. It seemed mostly harmless. It's just sitting there being all cute and stuffs. What's this, the other beach? Which I guess it could be. But this is the one with all the runes. Is it inside the runes? I am... Right. Do I do the robot voice for that, or...? I am Mishi. Exterminate humanity! That was really weird. I'll try the other rooms. Oh, did you see the announcement on Daybreak? Yeah, I sent a message in Discord and tagged, tagged you in it. Oh, okay. There's a beautiful white crystal in the shadow of the runes. It looks like the rune rock salt the Chief Serpents was talking about. You're at work? Yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, no, we're getting it next year. That makes all three of the specialties. Let's go show them to Geo. Excuse me while I teleport in front of you. I do wish I had a run button. Looks like you tracked down some of your island specialties. Yeah, please, take this. Now you'd handed over dried squid, Aya Locomoco, and Rune's rock salt. Oh, now aren't these interesting? They look so good. Allow me to give them a look one at a time. This one looks like a kind of squid dried in the sun. Dried food is made in many parts of the village. Our village sheep often eats it as a snack. A human snack, you say? Let's give it a try, then. My, it's awfully chewy and quite salty. How delicious. He doesn't look like someone who would enjoy dried squid. I guess he's older than me, after all. Next up, must be this wrapped Locomoco, was it? This meaty treat would be perfect for those who partake in heavy lifting. And the depth of flavor of the earlier dried squid must be in its natural. No doubt fishing is one of your home's main industries. Right. You can tell that just from a dish? I haven't lived a long life for nothing. Food is inseparable from the local way of life. Well, I'm sure you too will learn as much as you get older. I hope so. And last, this rock salt's pretty as a jewel. Rock salt can be found all over the world, but this beauty's got no peers. As the name implies, it came from the runes that fall onto our shores. Runes that fall, do tell. Oh, sometimes runes fall from the sky in our world. Apparently it's been happening for a long time. Remnant Isle is said to be the result of their accumulation. That is an intriguing phenomenon. Come to think of it, Noi and I first met at some fallen runes. Yeah, the power Zek stole from me went out of control and sent me there. I remember you mentioned that. If I hadn't found Noi, I never would have come to Terra. That makes me feel a little emotional. Noi? Something on your mind? No, nothing like that. Then let us enjoy the rock salt. It's the perfect amount of bitter and umami flavor. You've really shown me some interesting things, Nayuta. Thank you. You've given me a real good look into how you humans live together. No wonder Noi is so interested. Interested? I told you it was just a coincidence that Nayuta and I teamed up. And Nayuta and Eartha are probably unique. Most humans are savage and violent and will attack you if you're not careful. I don't think there are many people like that. Where does your impression of humans even come from? Oh, your weak-hearted response has left me unconvinced. But you've done the job. In lieu of a reward, I got you this. Summer Arts Soul Erase. Geo, this is... I'm not surprised you're familiar with it. It's one of the arts allowed only to us administrators. Using it isn't easy, but it can be extremely effective. Are you sure you can give us something so powerful? Oh, it's just my way of saying thanks. And I expect I'll still be needing your help in the times to come. Thank you again. Now, let's go get the Master Gear back. Yeah, let's do our best. Okay. So... Clearance... Oh, we already got that. All we're missing are the collectibles. I'm just curious whether or not I can do whatever I need to do with the new technique I learned. No. Really?
Here I go!
Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's head up to Terra then. It looks like everything I can do here. So, I guess we head to, Rizweld to start with. Level 7. Wow, okay. A little bit of level jump. What was that over there? I know what there's a little icon next to the chest. Is that like a Noi ability, maybe? Destroy at least 16 objects. That I think I can do. Cast with a deep Rizweld. Or would it be Rizweld? Great! Another oversized cave. Still, the light reflecting off the water is quite striking. Yeah, but the climate's all weird. Everything should be frozen over during this time of year. All that aside, Sigma should be here somewhere. We gotta get the Master Gear back from Zext. Yeah, let's go as far as we can. That's a fish. Big old fish, too. Why can't I hit him? No, actually, why can't I hit you? I guess I can hit you with magic. Which reminds me... Soul Erase. I have one hit of that. Okay. Actually, there's a gate over there, so we can't do anything with it anyway. Oh, we can swim. That's neat. Oh, okay. That's kind of what I thought was going to happen. I was lazy, and now I'm organizing my YouTube playlist. I'm gonna have a lot eventually, so I should probably do something like that. Although, I mean, my playlists are... like... they're fine, I guess. I just have them labeled as, the different Let's Plays I'm doing. I also have some, like, music ones, too. Okay. I'm a decent chunk stronger. Just with the new weapon. Does this do anything for me? Oh. Wasn't expecting that to be pushable. I just checked how long the game is, now I feel sad. It's not that long from what I remember reading about, like... maybe like 40 hours. Which I guess 40 hours is kind of long for certain people. Didn't get anything for it, but it's there. We get another seasonal art. Okay. When all parts are set, you can swap between by pressing left button. Okay. Do I just do Solar Race for Big Noob? I missed the first one. How did I miss the first crystal? Oh, because it's like right here. It said 20. I thought it was like 40 for completionist. Which is how I always base my playtime. Oh wait, what? Those have levels? Oh no. On the other hand, you talk to every NPC? Hey, you know what? I don't mind shorter games, too, though. Like, it's nice to have, little, like, quick pickups. Wait, so there's no XP? Oh, there is an XP bar. Interesting. Three stars, cool. That shit? No, it does not teach me anything. Okay. Waiting for the best people on Earth to ruin this game somehow. Okay, there's a strong enemy here. Defeat at least 10 monsters with arts. Okay. Try it. What is this? A giant gear? Maybe the thing in the ceiling finally fell down. I keep seeing gears everywhere I look. I guess this really is a world that the people of Mythos created, huh? It seems there are still more amazing things hidden behind the besides the astrolabe. I'd love to examine them too. Okay. Oh, my bad. We need to focus on finding something. And that means doing something about this gear blocking our path. No problem. We've got Gear Buster now. With the power Geo gave us, we shouldn't have any trouble smashing this gear. Alright, then let's give it a try. Hi there. Okay, we have a strong enemy here. That didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it. Oh, never mind. It did a lot of damage. Okay. Only reclaimed the Summer Art Bullet B. Like that. Ow, okay. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. So, here's the question. Is it... Assuming it's per use, so I'd have to, yeah. Use... What am I evolving into? assuming this will unlock that gate that's back there. Yep. Why do I have to go through this? What was that voice? No way. It's like when Geo was trapped. Eris, is that you, Eris? No, wait, Noi, are you nearby? Phew, I'm so glad you're safe. It sounds like a woman. Yeah, she's a songstress. Eris Let? This continent's administrator. Huh? What's this? I sensed an unusual presence. No, wait, could it be? Is that a human? I can't believe Noi is working with a human. Well, I'm Nayuta, and a lot's happened, so... Nayuta brought Eris Let up to speed with a brief explanation. I see, so Altapea went through something similar. His ex captured me too, when I was in the temple. I can't even sing in this tiny place. And of all things, he's using the name of the head of Mythos. It's really unforgivable. Yeah, I can't just let him get away with this. Especially if they're planning to stop the temple here, too. I'd assume so, since the situation is so similar. Noi and you too, Nayuta, please, hurry to the temple. It hasn't been long since I was captured, so I'm sure you can make it if you hurry. I'm counting on you guys. We'll take care of it. Just sit tight, Eris. We'll get the Master Gear back and get you out of there right away. I'm evolving into Polo 97. Fascinating. Ow. What does that power boost entail? Pronunciation correct, I was originally going to reverse the numbers. I don't know why that didn't work, but whatever. Okay, I've defeated 10 at least, so we're with that. Level up! Okay, I'm definitely skipping things that I don't want to skip. Feeling there's gonna be another, like, I need a power thing that I can't do. Okay. Ow. Oh. Well, that seems awfully rude. Oh, I can break this. Is this the way forward? Nope, that's not. With Spike Mace. Is that better or worse? Worse, actually, okay. They only got one of the big crystals. I see the other big crystal. Alright, what am I fighting? Doggo! That works. Let's see, Power Boost 1 entails an extra year of life. And like a year range to play games. I mean, that's neat, but like, I don't know. I like playing games on computer though. Can I still play games on computer? Oh, and 50 million subs? Okay. Well, that's just a lot of them. Actually, how much is that? Yeah, computer's still an option. This is not me for it. That should be everything, right? Sounds good to me.
Good job!
Learn another art. Okay. Obtain more than 30 crystal stones. Okay, you're just like here now. Gotcha. I lathered. That do? Each object can be moved by pushing. I see. I can just go in. Gotcha. Anything else around here? Or... locked presence. No, that was... That's definitely an ability I get then. definitely some kind of an ability. So many tornadoes, really? So yeah, all the Trails games right now, new and haven't released, you're now colorblind, black and white only. I mean, I'm fine waiting. I got other games I can play. I got plenty other games I can play. Is there where to go, or is there something? Let's see it. Okay, yeah. A new East game releases, but Trails cease to exist. I mean, we'll keep Trails around. New East games are gonna release anyway, so. That skill seems pretty good. I'm sure it does a lot of damage, but... you only have like one of them. That kitty does a lot of damage. Now there's our last one. What the heck? Some kind of chest chest. Oh yeah. Oh, I see. And that's a festive mural. Let's see, there should be an enemy down here. Yep. Yeah, we are a little low on health, but I think we're almost done with the stage. Hurry up again. Pretty far, actually. I'm gonna collect them first. Beat every enemy and whatnot, too. I've got to hit 30 hour, 15 hour. See, it seems like I'm just missing the one. Stage clear. Got 2 stars.
That'll do.
That's fine. So I think, like I said, we're missing an ability, so... Temple of Rizweld. Defeat at least 50 monsters. Again, we have a weapon and a special item, collectible maybe? Alright. Is it the same? So I only have one of those. Is it gonna be the same if they're gonna lose all its powers? Temple of Rizweld. So, this is the Temple of Rizweld. According to Rizweld, Zex and the other guy are already in there. But there's still star energy around the temple. It looks like they haven't used the emergency stop function yet. We might still be able to make it. And Cygnus should be there too. Let's keep going. Yeah, actually, that ground pound is pretty devastating. That also hurts. These guys hurt a lot. I would really like better armor at this point, I think. He's not gonna open a lever. Not what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, we hit that to activate it. And that gives block. Block can go in. The square block goes through the round hole. Which turns that, which turns that, which makes water wheel do water wheel, which makes other water wheel also do water wheel, which opens the way. First. Okay, so yeah, that's just not a thing. Oh, hi there, kid. What are you doing? Level up. Is this the right way to go? God, I hope not. Oh well, we gotta go back the other way anyway, so... I wonder what level I'm gonna be by the end of this. Also, what happens if I fall here? Is it just death? It's probably just death. Okay. Okay, that makes that go. Yes, just it.
There, Eartha!
Now there's right there.
Here I go!
With a big thing in here. So I don't know if that's the right way to go or not, so we'll try the other way. Whew. What this looks like. Yeah, that worked. I like that. Oh god. Bronze helm! Is that quite possibly what's... That's... Oh, head slash arms. I mean, better than nothing, I guess. I just cooked through the floor there, but... we'll go with it. Wendigos? What? What are you? I got peculiar liver from skeleton things. That's not where I was supposed to go. Hey, how you doing, Ray? What's up? Oh, that's the other side of that. That's... okay, that's number 2. Sure. Good to hear. Alright. Now what? 9:30 a.m. good for you, or a little later. I have class tomorrow morning about 8. Maybe like 10 if you think you can do it. So where am I going from now on? Let's ease the way forward. 10 a.m. good? Yeah, that works for me. push this still? No. That doesn't do anything either. Okay. Oh, wait, that's where I came from. Never mind. So, does that mean there's something over here? Oh, this is where I was just at. Where am I going? There's like, well, I don't think there's anything lower down or anything. That way was a dead end. This way was a dead end too, wasn't it? No, this is how I got the other water wheel running, didn't it? Wasn't it? Yeah. Huh. Okay. Where to next? Down here, right? No. Why is this even here, though? Oh, that's rude. Okay. Big cracked wall. Okay, so... Wait, so if I... So we need that top one. There we go. Okay, from here we go... Not there, I guess. This one's a slightly slower one, it seems. Here? Hey, enemies! I missed something. I missed... Or... Did they go in between? I think they went in between, thinking about it. Looks like they did. Okay. Right. Figured I was getting close to the end. Just making sure. I don't like that. That works. How many enemies have I hit? 48. Okay. Very good. Close then. Nope, that destroyable. Oh, okay. That was unexpected. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, because that sure does not look like it's, Rizweld. There we go. Okay, we got a button. Whatever it do. Raises the water level. Oh, that's a lot of guys. Okay, so that's a good magic. That's good to know. Another button. Actually, we might have died down. Sure doesn't look like it. I think there's a way to lower this now. Because there was definitely a chest there that I did not wish. Now what? Another button. First harbor. I feel like I'm still missing something though. I know I'm missing a gem somewhere. But, where? Another button. I mean, that's everything in here, so... Just whatever happens now, it doesn't matter. Oh, gosh. Yeah, sure, a lot of guys can fight. There we go. Another button. How much more could there be left? Oh, none. That's how much more is left. None. Stage clear. 3 stars. Let's see, well, we're gonna have another boss there. But, so I guess before the boss, let's head back to Remnant Isle. We didn't learn too
I
many
see
things.
you've overcome quite a number of trials.
Let's see what we can learn. I learned guard. Press RB at the right time to pull. Guarding successfully builds your chain. Oh. bad. Yep. Teach you something new. Mid-air dodge. Dodge in the air by pressing. Oh. I actually really wanted that. So.
Be sure to keep up with your training.
Alright, then we can go to Terra again. Actually... I mean, I doubt it, but let's check the weapon shop, see if there's anything new.
Come on in.
Ooh.
Thanks. See you next time. Come on in.
Okay, so what
See you next time.
Is there anything else from, like, here we're gonna want?
Welcome.
Let's see, increase the collectible drop rate. That might not be bad. Okay, it reduces fall damage. I didn't know there was fall damage. Reduces trap damage. And plus 10 and plus 20. Increases recover item drop rate. That's probably, like, the best one.
Thanks for your purchase.
Yeah, sure. And the N plus 20 is also probably, like, the better.
Thanks for your purchase. Come again. Welcome. Thanks for your
Get
purchase.
that too. Elastic ball.
Come again.
Okay, now we can go to Altapea. And we'll do... It looks like we finally reached the top. Yeah, and we still haven't met up with anyone. Signo, where did you go? Something's there. Noi. Are you spirits of Rizweld? You had better move aside. I have something I must do. You dare to resist? Then I have no choice. How foolish. Now the second temple goes to sleep. It is only a matter of time before I put an end to this sordid false history.
Not so fast, Sext.
You again, Noi? He's got... It's the Master Gear of Water. Give it back, Sext. I was not aware you had brought in someone from the other side. First a dark-haired young man, and now him. This is unlike you, Noi. And because of them, the sacred statue of Altapea was defeated. So you did meet Signa. Where is he now? Signa? I do not know who you're talking about. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. If that's the way it is, then I'll knock it out of you. Yeah, that's the only way. I don't have time to waste on you right now. Just sit there and watch. No! What? Sky? The balance of the world star energy would be destroyed if 2 of the temples are shut down. At this rate, Terra might collapse. No way. The fact that you would go this far while flaunting Sir Zek's name is unforgivable. Flaunting, you say? It seems you misunderstand. I am Zex D. Quarries, the true leader of the people of Mythos. But you actually know this, don't you? Noise Stellatia? Stellatia? But only the people of Mythos are supposed to know my name. Can you really be? Now the final key is ready. Our plan is entering the next stage now. What plan? What do you mean, final key?
Farewell, Administrator of the Garden. An uninvited guest. Standing in my way will cost you your lives.
It might cost me my life. No, wait, this way. Georg? Lightning Watercolor
It's the
Carloricia?
statue of Rizweld! Just like before, it's out of control!
Then we're gonna have to fight. Come on, Noi!
Okay. Hi there. I see. There's 2. There's 3. Dang it. Ah. Okay. Dang it. Nope. Almost broken. There we go. Hi there. That's not... That's... Okay. Ow. Ow, okay. Oh, I can smack it down. Okay. I should probably, so much to be able to actually hurt you. Okay. Oh. Are you okay, Noi? Yeah, somehow. Oh, Noi, look. How... I get... what? The Master Gear of Water! He left it again. Whatever the reason, we still need to grab it. If we set it on the astrolabe, we might be able to do something about this anomaly. It won't work. This time the star energy of Altera that's out of whack. We won't be able to contain something this severe with just 2 Master Gears. No way. What? It's not safe here. Let's move somewhere more spacious. This guy's acting all weird. This can't keep going. It'll be the end of Terra. Noi, let's get to the garden for now. Even if the astrolabe's power isn't enough, we've got to do whatever we can. What? If we don't, then Signal will also be in danger. We can't just do nothing as Terra's destroyed. We can't give up. What was that just now? Well, whatever it was, it worked. The anomaly's contained? What is that? It's like a wave of light is spreading from the sky over there. But that direction is... Let's go now, Yuta. I think something happened in the garden. Right. But first, we have to get the Master Gear. Oh yeah, come on, let's hurry. Obtain Master Gear of Water. So, he was the real Sir Zext. What should I do? I don't really know the details, but maybe he has his own reasons? Yeah, it might be a good idea to find the time to talk about it. She's gone. Lady Krea's gone! No way, she was sleeping right here, right? Maybe she was taken by Zext? What should I do? Lady Krea! Lady Krea! Calm down, Noi. We don't know yet. Let's split up and look around first. Right. Okay. I'll look over there now, Yuta. You take this side. Hey, Kreia! Lady Kreia! She doesn't seem to be here. Yuta, can you please find Lady Kreia? Maybe? I mean, obvious is obvious, I guess.
The girl. She's awake.
Who are you?
I'm Nayuta. Nayuta Herschel. It's kind of a long story, but I came to this world and... What's going on? I have so many questions, but I'm blanking out. Oh no! Are you okay?
Thank you. I'm just a little dizzy. What beautiful stars. I feel like I can almost reach out and touch them.
It sure is amazing, huh? And the sun's still out, you know.
Is it showing an image like the star fragments? Wait, wouldn't she know that? Could I ask you something? You were the one who stopped the anomaly with the astrolabe, right? Astrolabe? I'm sorry, I can't really remember. Before I realized it, I was just standing in front of the machine. No way.
Lady Kreia! You are here! Oh, I'm so glad I found you! Thank you, Nayuta! Thank you!
No problem.
Lady Kreia! It's been so long! I'm so happy to get to talk to you like this again! Kreia... Is that... my name? It sounds strange, but also somewhat familiar. Huh? You seem to know me, little one. Tell me, what is this place? Who am I?
Her memories! Yeah, it seems like she's lost them. She didn't even remember her own name. No way! Does that mean you don't remember me or even the people of Mythos? I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Just being able to talk to you again means so much to me. Noi, don't you think she's the one who stopped that anomaly? For sure. She must have sensed it and woken up, and then used her powers subconsciously. Since the people of Mythos can manipulate the power of stars. The power of stars? If that's so, then what you said and how they made the astrolabe makes a lot more sense. Sorry, Nayuta. But I need you to wait a little longer before we continue our search. I'm worried about Signa too, but right now, Lady Kreia. She needs my help, and I've got to think about Zext. Alright, let's take a break then. I'll head to Remnant Isle. It's time I prepared my equipment anyway. Thank you, Nayuta. I was asleep here. Why? No, I still can't remember anything. Try and take it easy, okay? You can get some rest for now. Yeah. I wish I could do something to help her. I'm sorry, Nayuta, but I want you to wait a little longer before we go on our next trip. I'm worried about Signa too, but I'm even more worried about Lady Kreia. I want to take care of her until she gets settled. Okay. I must be in shock. She seems to adore that girl, Kreia. But what can I even do for someone with amnesia? Maybe I should ask Eartha about it? She'll probably give me some good advice.
I'm home!
2 minutes. I'll get your food ready right now.
No. Why? Eartha! Wake up! Eartha!
Okay. Hmm. Well then. Later, Dr. Heidel, who had been visiting the island, rushed to the Herschels. Eartha was given proper treatment, but she remained in a coma and would not wake up. Nayuta, are you familiar with the Abyss disease? Abyss disease, wasn't that? It's the name of the strange illness seen in some areas of the northern continent. The main symptoms include severe fatigue and a decline in the body's ability to heal itself. The patient loses consciousness and eventually dies. It's quite a frightening disease. It's been reported to occur especially in areas close to the end of the world. Wait a minute, Doctor. What are you saying? Let me cut to the chase. Your sister is suffering from the Abyss disease. What are you talking about? I mean, she never told me.
So, you know now.
Eartha? I can't believe it. You're always so happy and energetic. Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry. You had just been enrolled in the academy, and things were finally working out for you. I didn't want to interfere with your dream. I'm really sorry.
Eartha!
Don't worry, she's just sleeping. Doctor, since when has she... It was soon after you entered the academy. One day, she told me she wasn't feeling well. That was when we discovered... How can we cure the Abyss disease? It's said to be an intractable disease with an unknown cause, and the only cure is a rare medicinal plant known as the Yupina herb. I've been searching for them myself, but... I'll be crude, she won't last much longer. She's got a month at best. I'm sorry I can't help. Then, I'll just have to get those Yupina herbs. Nayuta! Lyra! Sorry, I overheard your conversation. Nayuta, Eartha's gonna be fine, right? She's not gonna die or anything, right? It'll be alright, don't worry. I'll definitely save Eartha. Nayuta! Chapter 3, Disease of the Abyss. Yupina herbs, huh? They seem to be rather rare, but they're the only thing that can cure Eartha. The first person that comes to mind is Professor Volans. He might have a specimen. I guess I'll check the museum. Oh, you're holding something in your mouth again. Is it for me? I'll gladly take it then. Where are you getting these? Okay, the whole town has changed.
Come on in!
Any new gear? Nope.
See you next time!
These two. These are new people. Right,
Welcome.
collectibles.
Thanks, hon.
And we got a shimeji and a huge potato, a rock salt, crystal rock salt. Okay. I guess we can. Let's see. About 9 o'clock. Yeah, you know, I think I'll call it here. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. I should be back sometime tomorrow, if not Sunday, for some more, I keep wanting to say, like, Trails to Nayuta, but that's not the name of the game. For some more Legend of Nayuta. So, anyway, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye.